Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to HR Week 2022. We're having a great day. Aren't we having a great day? Are we having a great day? We are certainly on this side of the screen, putting everything together. The organizers here, HR Week, really going on our fourth day already, a marathon week of HR extravaganza, HR content, materials, ideas, really all essentially putting you at the heart of everything that we're doing this week, naturally, for you HR professionals, really helping you make sense of the challenges that we're all facing and helping you make the right decisions as well. Today, it's all about HR development. Every single day is dedicated to a different topic. Tomorrow, got lots to look forward to tomorrow as well. Remember C-level day as well. That's all happening all from tomorrow 9 until 5, a complete day of great ideas and insights as well. Remember tomorrow, I'm sure some of you are aware, tomorrow is Good Friday. And it's Good Friday. It's not Good Friday. Good Friday. It might be. It will be a Good Friday. It's a Black Friday. It's a good Black Friday because tomorrow we've actually got a fantastic, well, from today and tomorrow, a fantastic offer, a 50% off weekly ticket offer. So it's 50%. You buy it today or you buy it tomorrow until midnight. It's 50% off. But you'll be, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, hang on a minute, only 2 more days. Why buy a weekly ticket right now or tomorrow and only get 2 days? Well, here's the thing. You buy your ticket tomorrow or today or tomorrow, and that will give you full access. That will give you full access to the whole week, every single session from Monday to Friday on demand. And that will be available hopefully next week, but it will be available for 1 whole month. So still lots of value to be had. And remember, 50% off, use these codes here. There's a code there, HR Week 50. And if you're thinking about maybe using this as a gift to a partner, a Christmas gift, a festive gift, or just a gift on behalf of your company to another, you can do that with this code here, HR Week 50 gift. And guess what? We HR World, HR Week, on their behalf, they will contact the person who's receiving the gift, and never know who's the founder of HR World. She'll be recording a personalized special message directly for the person receiving the gift. So well worth it indeed. So remember, 50% off Black Friday, not Good Friday. Well, it's a good Black Friday from today and tomorrow. Let's move on now to our next panel, all about developing careers of HRs. Let's jump straight into that and warmly welcome to our virtual stage from Medigroup, Ivana Pejak. Ivana, are you there?
Hello. Hi, Peter.
Hello. How are you doing?
Fine. I believe that the day will be even better because we decided to be the best panel.
You've decided to be the best. Okay, don't leave it up to the audience. You decide, absolutely. And I'm sure the audience will agree with you. Your listeners will agree with you as this unfolds. Remember, towards the end, if you have any questions, any listeners, if you have anything you want to challenge the panel on, pop it in the chat, and then we'll have a question and answer exchange towards the end.
Thank you. So, today with me, Nataša, Sandra, Ivana, and Ivana. So I'm going to ask these lovely ladies to introduce themselves. Let's add a little spice to this panel. I'm sure that we can. So please tell us about yourselves, and on top of that, add 1 sentence how your friends see you. Let's start with, I don't know, we can start Nataša, it's okay?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me? Everything
Yes,
is okay?
yes.
Okay, a long career path is behind me, so I will mention just industries I worked in. Started in pharmaceutical, FMCG, oil and gas, gambling and gaming, agriculture, at the moment in automotive. This is answer on your first question. The second one, as HR person, I don't have friends, so I don't know what do they think about me. This is a joke, but you should ask them.
Oh, okay. I'm sure that
That's
they will
all from my side.
that you are the best HR, let's say like that. Sandra.
Hello, ladies, at the first place, and hello to all the audience at HR Week. It is a great pleasure and a great event to be part of. Well, I would say briefly about my HR career. I started at the banking and finance 16 years ago. It sounds a lot, but it is like that. I continued for some 5 years after that in pharmaceutical industry, also in HR, and for a little bit more than 2 years. Last time at the Alumil EU industry, it is a construction industry. Actually, the very various one comparing to the previous. What my friends would say about me, I don't know. Maybe those who knows me very well, they would say that I used to have fun long time ago when I was not in some career path, and that I'm devoted friend, mother, probably. I love at the first place family, my friends, traveling, and books. There I will be stuck at the moment.
Thank you, Sandra. Ivana Mulić.
Hello, also from my side. First, I would like to say that I'm very happy to be here with all of you and our audience, and I hope that our experience and thoughts and beliefs will be useful for them. Well, about my friends, how they see me, I think that they will probably say that I'm a very brave person, but not brave like facing some real dangers, like fighting with strong, I don't know, some dangerous people or snakes or something like that. It is more like trying something new in life, for example, from cooking new meals, putting some interesting color in my hair, not today, of course, but when I was younger, and maybe accepting jobs which weren't so popular in the past, like selling life insurance 20 years ago wasn't popular and profitable like it is today. And about my career, short, 1 year, one company, 20 years, a few different roles and in different sectors. That's all for now.
Super, thank you. And Ivana Sudar.
Hi to all. So maybe just shortly, I'm currently working as an HR director in a company called CreateQ. And previously I had experience in logistics and also the longest in pharma industry, but also covering like European markets. So not only Serbia. So my knowledge comes also with some kind of a broad multinational experience, which was actually the one I also enjoyed. What would my friends say about me? I would say that they would say that I'm quite open-minded, but also quite pragmatic in that way, and very maybe problem-solve oriented. So this would be maybe 3 top things they would choose to describe me.
Super, thank you. So I think that our audience can see that really we have a great ladies today. So let's start officially with the panel. Short introduction. HR jobs are projected to grow by 10% by 2030. What's more, HR jobs posting have grown by 87% from the beginning of the COVID. So with the rise of new roles and responsibilities in HR related to well-being or digital transformation and sustainability, we're seeing more non-traditional HR career paths and opportunities. Not only are HR careers no longer linear, but now also we are expected to have more diversity in your career paths. These days, professionals switch between roles and companies more often than before, I believe. It's normal for workers to take on different roles and still achieve the same goal. So I think this is the perfect introduction to our topic today, developing careers of HR. So how we develop people working in HR to continue being the true partner to our business. So first question, what makes a good HR team today? So what would be an ideal or nearly ideal candidate profile for successful HR professionals? I believe that Ivana Mulić and Ivana Sudar can describe themselves, but let's start with Ivana Mulić.
Okay, well, I will start first. We are talking about an ideal HR candidate and HR professional, I will say something which is which we already all know. The ideal HR candidate is someone who fulfills 3 conditions. The first is about skills, the second condition is about personality or character, and the third is about experience. But we are talking about 2022 and the future, and what does it mean today and in the next years for HR people. I think that the number one is that I think that diversity is must have in HR teams because the needs of our internal clients are also very diverse. So the ideal HR team includes should include fast and efficient people who know how to look the whole processes and to know how to set them to become optimal. Also, I think that today we need analytical brains. Those are people who are capable to recognize consistency from all data which we collect in HR every day. The second one is personality or character of HR professionals. I think that it is most important to have people who like to help others. It means that we have to that HR people need to be empathetic, to understand others, to know how to listen. Maybe we are not talking today about some special educational profiles. It is more like an attitude of HR employees, and also it is important to have professionals who like to learn every day and who are very flexible and ready to take new opportunities. And the third part of my beliefs is about experience. I think that it is important to have HR people who actually came from business, from other sectors within the same company. Maybe this is because of my career path, but of course I am talking from my experience. But for example, when we have people from sales, from claims, from other non-HR departments, I think that only then we can be sure that we have seen some situation or some problem from all and various angles, and that's why I think that people in HR should come from other departments. Not all, but also it is important for us.
Thank you, Ivana. I can only agree with you. So, Ivana, Sudar, would you like to jump?
I think Ivana really summarized everything quite well. Maybe I would use the opportunity just to add a few things. Maybe on this personal level, I don't know. When I'm thinking about like HR professional, I would say, as she already mentioned, that understanding business and let's call it stakeholder management, for me actually becomes, it always was like one of the most important things in working in HR. And the other important thing I would say, it's kind of courage to challenge things and status quo. And I think this is one of the things HR is more and more working on. Also, whoever works in HR, I would say that it needs to have kind of a personal credibility towards the company, towards all stakeholders, and that actually in a personality sense will actually bring you to the very good results. I would also agree that teams in future are actually very diverse teams, and that diversity will is actually topic on all levels, but in HR, I think that we are seeing more and more very heterogeneous team, and for me that is really cool because it brings some other flavors within HR, and I think it's really good to have different kind of expertise within the team.
Yes, I believe that all of us agree. So, Nataša, what do we think about the current situation? So, what is your opinion? Has there been a devaluation of the quality, or are there enough good candidates on the market? So, what is your opinion about this?
Okay, we all know that an environment, labor market is brutally changed. This for sure, we have labor crisis, not just in Serbia, but globally. On the other hand, and this for sure affects HR profession, affect in a way that we have growing demand. So law of supply and demand works everywhere, also in labor market. So we have growing demand for HR professionals. This is on one side. On the other side, we don't have enough experienced and competent HR professionals, which is a good opportunity for some people to jump into this profession without readiness for this. Okay. On third side, we don't have formal education in Serbia for HR professionals. We don't have authorities. We don't have standards. And we have one wrong understanding that HR is sexy, fancy, and easy to be done. With this approach and great opportunities, a lot of opportunities in the market, we have situation that we have a big HR community. But as you said, yes, we have deviation. This quantity brings at the moment lower quality. And this is serious damage to this profession, I think. And this is the reason I very much respect Nevena and all people who are working on such kind of exchange of knowledge as HR Week and HR World and all other activities they do, because this is great place to exchange knowledge, information, and attitude about this topic. Yes, this quantity during the time, I hope this will produce quality. But at the moment, we have plenty of young people, especially, who are not aware that the job title doesn't mean quality and content to be good in this job. On the other hand, this affects that our partners, our customers, when they face with such kind of service, I mention all the time the sentence, if this is HR, I don't need it. And this really can ruin this profession if we don't do something. So yes, everyone company wants to have HR, and most of the local and international and all type of companies have HR, but this is a matter of quality. Yes, I think yes.
Yes. We all of us are facing the same situation. So, Sandra, what then we should do? What do you do when you can get enough candidates, good candidates from the market? So,
yes. Well, when we just take a look at this, what Nataša and Ivana said earlier, that there is globally a lack of workforce, and in Europe it's a couple of million of workforce. And when we know that for the last population count in Serbia, there was 700,000 people less in 10 years. This means a huge problem. And also for us to do the proper sourcing for the businesses. What we do when we are sourcing for HR candidates, actually we have to consider some of the next topics, let's say. It is the industry that we are sourcing for, the company maturity that we are sourcing for, because candidates will not be attracted for any company if it is not something very attractive for them. Then it is a location that we are sourcing for as well. And the qualification plus mindset plus the attitude that Ivana mentioned earlier. What we are doing when we think about the attracting the candidates, it is whether we are attractive employer for them, whether there will be possibilities for their growth, and in that sense to match, actually to have a win-win situation for both employer and then future employee. Well, when it comes to the location, also, it is a topic that we are facing sometimes when we are not having businesses in the big cities. We cannot move business to the big city, though we have to be very creative in these situations. What we can do, we can either develop our internal employees, or we can recruit new ones and build their own careers in HR. And this is what we are referring today for this topic. Now, for both of these, developing internal candidates and having the new ones and developing them on board and within the company, it takes courage, and it means persistent support to all this stuff. What we have learned in the last year's survey from employee satisfaction is that people need more learning. So it means that we should be creating and continue in developing possibilities internally. So we will increase retention within the company, and we will have a motivated people who will be gaining new skills, new experience from other colleagues, and we will have a, let's say, better efficiency and productivity. So what we do both of them. At Alumil, we recently implemented the career development plan, which means that we are assessing at the beginning what is the job and the gap analysis. So to match the current skills that we are having with desired ones, and to build a development plan based on that. On the other side, if we are recruiting from outside, we could prepare a good onboarding and a good induction that will be implemented with the full support from the managers and the mentors within the company. At Alumil, we have for a couple of years implemented very well e-learning platforms. It means Moodle platform that is having all know-how incorporated and available for all the employees. And it means globally over 2,700 employees within the Alumil that we share with everyone at any moment in many different languages, starting from Greek, English, Serbian. So everyone who is there could share and take this knowledge for themselves. I would say one example that we are having in my team. At the beginning of the year, I got 2 new ladies in HR team, very well positive ones with a good attitude. We said we need this good attitude because we are service to the other departments. We are giving them support. So what we started with developing their basic knowledge about the HR and function in the company. So to understand at the first place business that we are serving. To do the proper support, we have to understand the business. We prepared a very intensive induction program, and we involved their local resources from HR Serbia for other managers in Serbia, plus online sessions with our colleagues in headquarters in HR. This means that they got some brief, let's say, overall picture of the company and what we are looking for and what we are trying to do in the future, and then slowly and gradually to start with delegating the exact tasks that they were assigned as new employees in the company. Through these e-learning platforms, we do actually a lot of exchange in knowledge and experience, and some of them are mandatory for some groups of employees. Each profile has its own, let's say, list of the trainings that we should attend. Those who are not mandatory, they are more fun, of course. But all in all, people are appreciating this. And it was a big investment in the company that we have done. And it is something that people are using very frequently. On the other side, what we have done when we have people onboarded, they start with some, let's say, first months of their experience. And where I put a lot of focus is to delegate some tasks that I'm, let's say, confident that I could delegate to them, brief, provide them support, give them all the information that they could get, and follow up frequently, giving back feedback frequently, all the time, and appreciation at the end. when the job is done, it has to be said, and it has to be a good, let's say, feedback from me as a line manager. All this time, I was trying to transfer the knowledge and to share this experience, because if you share this experience, no one is going to steal this from us. It is something that we could just cherish with the rest of the teams. It's something that they will make them short the time, that they will not repeat mistakes maybe that we did in the past, and that they will learn faster in the future. And what is also more important, I believe, that we all mentioned about the attitude and how the positivity affects the service and the purpose of the HR, I believe, is that we all should pay a lot of attention how we impact, how we influence new HRs in the team. Because if you practice this role, and if we are a role model to our team members, this could bring a lot of value to the company. If they see a good example, they will follow this lead, for sure.
Yes. Yes, Sandra, good job, I believe, and it's very good that you put a special attention to HR people, because usually we forgot to develop ourselves, and it's for us, so one a side job, let's say like this.
We pay a lot of attention to any other team, but not always to our own teams.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I agree. So now we are going to the topic how to map your career progression. So what we as HR professionals need to do. So I believe that there is no one size fit solution when it comes to right HR career path for yourself. The path that you will take depends on your ambitions, interests, and skills, of course, which means that what is right for you can look very different from what is right for the other HR professional, even if you have some different starting point of experience. So even a Sudar. So let's take a look at your personal case. Could you share your career shift with us? And please be specific about what will be the formal mechanism for development of an HR professional.
Well, I'll try to be as short as possible, because I see we have some also questions, and I think it's also good to have panel discussion. So my career starts, let's say my profession starts was when I finished psychology, but actually in my college and studies, I really early started to be part of different NGOs. And I think I already started learning many things that I could apply later there. For example, how to hold training sessions and things like this. So from one typical HR career and psychotherapy career, I went to a business. I went through a recruitment and selection. So my first job in HR was actually recruitment and selection specialist. After that, soon I went to business partnering, which is actually kind of a broad role. And in that moment, that was just establishing in the company where I was working on. Also, then very fast, I moved to senior business partner, and I started covering many countries. I think in that moment, I covered 8 countries. A lot of traveling, but a lot of great experience. After that, head of HR, and now HR director. So I would say in a kind of a level way, it would be more or less quite typical. Maybe untypical is that went very fastly. Actually, I think in 5 years, I went from somebody who entered business professional career and then at the end became HR director. But I would say that a lot of hours of working and a little bit of talent and everything actually brought me there. How I managed it or how I did it, I think in some period of my career, I actually got a great mentor I can work with. Also, I really easily saw where are some kind of gaps that I have. So, for example, if I see that I fully don't understand finances or things like this, I would go to a finance for non-finance. So I would not only typically go to get some education from HR, but also, for example, I wanted to have a kind of a formal HR education as well, so I went on CIPD and things like this. But then when I wanted a coaching, I went as well on education. So somehow I always combined working in a practice, because I think that on-the-job learning is actually the biggest learning, with the biggest learning curve. You have to manage a lot of things, but as well, it was always followed by kind of formal things that could cover some kind of topic. So for me, it would be kind of a defining of individual development plan with who fits the best to help you. That I don't know, in different companies, different sectors do that, and then follows some kind of potential with both formal and informal education, plus for sure on the job learning.
Yes. So great, Ivana. So Ivana Mulić, having in mind that you spent all your career in one single company, but on a different position, would you like to add something to other Ivana?
Well, short, I will say that being in one company for example, like my case, 20 years, but on different roles, it has some advantage, because as an HR professional, I definitely have some different perspective from when I comparing with myself with my colleagues, and it is very often very good for us, because not only to have different perspectives about one topic, it is also good that people from business, from other departments have trust me, and they feel that that I can understand them. So I think that I know it is hard. It is hard what I am going to say, but I think it is important for HR professionals to spend some time in other departments. I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 days per week, or maybe 1 or 2 months per year. I know it's difficult because we already have a lot of things to do and to be support and initiators, but I think it is easier to build the trust with the business and to understand them well. And also what Ivana Sudar already shared with us, I agree with her.
Thank you. Now we already prepared one question, which I see that's pop up on as a question from our audience. So, what next after your HR career? Do we have any examples of an HR professional becoming, for example, CEO? So, how common is for HR professional to change countries in which they work? And I see the same question here. So, Nataša, would you like to answer this question?
First of all, I would like to say that career growth doesn't mean only hierarchical bottom-up growth. It means that this is just one way. And some people think this is the most favorite way to grow, but it is not. I think lateral or horizontal development and career growth is even better. So changing jobs, positions, even industries is something which give you more, I think, more professional added value than just to go bottom up. So yes, there are just few examples or cases that HR people enter these executive level positions or international level positions. This is not, I think this is not related to HR, it is related to personal integrity and personal understanding of your role and responsibility. So it is not forbidden for HR. Why we are not so much respected and we are not allowed, if I can say, to be there, this is a matter of not HR profession at all, but about people who are doing this job. Now I sound like bitchy HR, but I really think so, because I was in regional position. I was in one executive position as CEO. But I was HR deeply in my heart all the time, so I didn't see any advantage to be, above when I was by my heart HR. So even I think I got much more in my experience jumping from industry to industry, because all my life I'm head of HR, but in different companies, in different industries. And this gained me more experience and professional self-confidence than when I was regional HR or CEO. This is what I think.
Thank you, Nataša. Sandra, would you like to add something to this topic?
Yes, as Nataša said, I think it's all individual. What we perceive as valuable for us to stick to the profession that we are in base dealing with, or to go a level up. What I see as some let's say appreciation in the job that I'm doing, and I'm actually seeing the purpose of the job I'm delegated with, is to have a challenge, even to have some challenge in front of me. Now, when you talk about is there a lot of possibilities about when it comes to working as an HR in more countries than one? I would say for myself, I'm experiencing at the moment some projects that are assigned to me regionally, also with HR, within the company. And it is something that is good to me. I see it as some next step of my career extension, let's say, to other markets that I didn't have a chance earlier to work with more depth. So yes, I believe it is possible, and it depends how exposed we were in this international working environment and how flexible we are to accept this. Now, regarding HRs in CEO positions on C-level, as Nataša said, maybe it is not always the final target to HRs to reach this position, that it might be very attractive for some others. I don't know. It's individual, but I know a lot of colleagues from our profession, they are very successful HR professionals who are the main support to the C-level, in all C-levels. And or they are very successful as a consultants, doing trainings or coaching. So in some sense, they are CEOs for their own businesses, let's say.
Yes. Ladies, I can only agree with you. So when I talked with my CEO about succession planning, I told him I don't need your role in my life. So the HR it's enough. So it's I can agree. So we have one question: what can company top management do in the future to further the support HR career development within the company? So who would like to take this question? Nataša, okay.
Yes, I feel a need to rephrase this question, actually. Why do we always expect top management or some management to do something for us? So maybe it is better to ask what HR can do to be more supported by top management. We have to start to be proactive. We have to start to, to initiate and to do something for us. Nobody will invite us and offer us a good position, ability to talk, ability to make decision if we don't do it for ourselves. So top management can just react on our initiatives. This is what I will say.
Maybe I can just add one more thing, at least for me, this question, how I read it, I agree with Nataša, but then I would also add that as well for me, we should try to be always a part of top management team. Because when you say top management, somehow it says like HR is not in top management, but I think that more and more trends and more, at least in my career, I was always kind of part of top management team and always involved, not in only HR topics, but business topics as well. And this is also what Nataša said. I think that there comes the growth for you as an HR professional when you learn different things. So I love knowing like how sales works or what finance guys are doing and things like this. So maybe just a short add-on.
Yeah,
Thank
I will just add,
Yes.
Ivana, just to add,
Yes.
first of all, what HR can do. HR can do one serious job to teach management what is it about HR, because this is my feeling and understanding after all companies I changed, that management doesn't understand, doesn't know what is HR. This is not employment, this is not employment contract, this is not just recruitment. So we have to teach them how we can help them, what kind of tools and support we can give them. When they understand that they will gain some benefit of our presence, then we will be there. So this is, then we will be supported and we will be allowed to do our job properly.
Yes. Thank you, ladies. I think that we are now out of the time, so let's yes, let's do just give me time for conclusion. So what we can say? I'm over to you, my HR professionals. So we are living in the world marked by uncertainty and disruption, and as HR professionals, you need to have a well-rounded set skills to ensure that you are able to turn existing and the future challenging into opportunities for yourselves. So now I'm over to you, Peter.
What can I say? What can I say? You said we're going to spice things up. I have to say this has been the spiciest panel we have had. You are the Spice Girls. There we are, the Spice Girls in front of us now. Right, we lots of engagement. Naturally, again, unfortunately, it's one of those sessions where we only because of time we can't carry on any further. But certainly, you can carry on the conversation, and I'm sure those that are listening, those that are with us right now, can reach out to every single one of the panelists and connect and over LinkedIn and take those conversations further as well. But listen, in the meantime, all I'm going to say is thank you so much for being with us, sharing what you had to share, being the spiciest panel we've had so far ever on HR Week over the years. And thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Just one thing to add. Happy birthday
Sure.
to Nevena from
That's
from
right.
our
Happy
side.
birthday to Nevena, and she's you can't see her, but she's in front of me here, and she's shaking her head, but she's feeling embarrassed. But she should be feeling good because it's her birthday. Absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.